The Wendy Williams Show.
Welcome to Monday. Say hello to my co-hosts, my studio audience, and my staffers, and also my virtual audience from home. Happy Columbus Day. How you doing? I'm doing okay. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Cashmere over a thigh. Why not? All right, so a lot of people have off today, and I'm so glad that we still work like eager beavers because we've got a captive audience. How y'all doing again? You know, on Friday after the spectacular show that we did featuring Joe was so good. I just love Joe live from Italy, and then we had the presentation with Preston on the table with all that good stuff, and we just laughed and had a good time. When I got in the car to go home, I said, I'm not going out for the rest of the weekend. I have no place to be until Monday at 10. But I had a sandwich with me in the bag. But I had a whole bunch of protein shakes and, you know, other stuff. And I just said, I'm going to juice all weekend. Why not? Healthy juices. I'm not cooking. Not anymore. So then Saturday morning happened, and I woke up and I'm watching politics, and I understand, is she about to be sworn in now?
Not yet. She has a lot of confirmations to go through, which has started already.
Right.
But yeah.
Right about now.
Right about now.
Are we being interrupted?
I don't think
Should I roll this up and go home?
No, we're not. No, we're not being interrupted. Nope.
Okay, so I'm watching the politics, and then, you know, it's Shocktober on the Lifetime Movie Network. And I was watching... Yes, Shocktober. And I get caught up in a bunch of killer movies, you know, where the girl has the knife and the gun, but everything turns out okay in the end. Do you know what I mean? It's Shocktober. That's what they call it. And then I said, you know what? I need food. I want to work my jaws. Like, I just don't want to drink liquid for the rest of the weekend. I want to chew, you know? So I call up the car, I tell them what time I need to be picked up, and then I get on my device and I started looking. You know, do you do that? You start looking before you get there. I went all the way up to the Bronx. Oh! Arthur Avenue. I needed tomato sauce. There's me in the car. I am still a Yankee fan. I went all the way up to Arthur Avenue and I bought the red sauce. Then I came down a little bit lower and I stopped at 100, Famous Fish. Oh, please. Wow. This is some of what I bought. Okay. There's the fish. The hot sauce is already on it. How dare you criticize how I take pictures? I got macaroni and cheese, I got collard greens, and there's the candied yam way over there. I'm not a candied yam person, but if it's stuck on the fork and you put it in the macaroni and cheese, so I picked up the fish at Famous, and then I went a little bit lower to some man named Malcolm. Well, Malcolm apparently is the jerk man, and I needed some jerk chicken. Now, I haven't eaten it yet. Malcolm, I'll test you for dinner tonight. All right, that's 3 places. Then my 4th and final stop was Melba's for my sides. That's where I got the greens, and she leaves the spine in, but for whatever reason, she knows how to cook down a spine. You can't even tell it's a spine in the greens. And she knows how to make a good candied yam and some good mac and cheese. So I've got a buffet in my fridge. So let's hurry up. In the meantime, congratulations to Selfish Cynthia and her husband, Mike Hill. They got married on Saturday. People magazine got the pictures, of course. Some of the guests wore face masks, others wore shields, and some wore no masks at all. All I can feel is coughing. Look at these people. And everybody looks beautiful, and the place looks really nice, but there's no social distancing at all. I'm frightened for all of them. By the way, we here at Wendy got the nose thing this morning. Which I learned over the weekend is not necessarily so protective of the virus. Right. Did you see that report?
I saw that.
They make a good couple. They're only like 3 years difference and stuff. And I just wish that they would not have gotten married in the pomp and circumstance. She lives in Atlanta and he lives in LA. Perfect distance. At a particular age, you don't need a husband right there.
Right.
You know? You need him once in a while. Just saying. You know, cameras will ruin a marriage. And I feel like this marriage will only last for, at the most, 3 years because they're going to have Bravo all involved. Nice. And something's going to come up. I don't know what it will be, but something will come. B rhymes with McPhee. Did you find the footage?
No, we did not find the footage.
But do you recall me telling her?
I do recall you saying that, yep.
It's not enough to marry David Foster.
Uh-huh.
The David Foster, very, very wealthy, very, very talented. She's very young, and he's older. How old?
He is 70. 70, exactly.
And she's 36.
Right.
Right. But my thing that I told her, maybe it was just through the TV, but we can't find the footage. I told her, it's not enough to marry him. If you really want to cement the deal, you gotta have a baby. Just saying. And now here she is, pregnant. What is that thing with fangs in the front? What is that?
I think it's a little doggy.
Because to me, marriage is one thing, but a baby makes a whole nother situation. And so now she's got that Foster money at least for the next 18 years of her life. That's why America is great. Because, you know, because we only knew her from being a contestant on American Idol. And now here she is, a Foster with a baby. America is a great country. the best country.
Uh-huh, yep.
You know, when you stay in the house long enough and you watch TV, you realize there's some people who are not so good looking on TV. I'm not gonna call them out. I'm working on my spin.
Right.
I'm doing the best I can. And then there's some people who are not, all right, people who are ugly, people who are not so good looking, and then there are people who are really attractive. And I would like to celebrate attractiveness. We'll start with the picture of the lovely Alex Witt. Oh, she is very attractive. Her hair is ever so tousled, and her eyes are really blue. She's very smart, and she tells us what we need to know regarding the news. Doesn't mean you have to believe everything she says, just that's what the news is there for. You know, you take your bits and pieces, and then you try to figure it out in your life. And then there's another man who doesn't take, or another person. His name is John Torres. Now, I find John very attractive. I saw him, no, see, you know how some people are better in motion than in pictures? When I saw him in motion this weekend, I was like, who's this man? Then my research department here at the show tried to find, you know, a really good picture of him, and this is the only picture they could find. This is not the best picture of him.
Yeah.
I gotta you know, this man is a 6. John, in motion, is a 10. He is, yeah. Really good looking man, really smart, you know, a silver fox. Just saying. So George Michael's ex is suing his family. I'm very, very upset about this story. It involves a man named Kenny Goss. All right, here's Kenny with George. They dated, not married, dated for 13 years though. They were invested. Kenny claims that George gave him a monthly allowance before they broke up, but left nothing for him in his will. Kenny wants $27,000 a month. Now, George has been in the crossroads for several years now. 4 years ago, he died. I feel like Kenny is taking advantage of George's family. There's not much money left in George's estate for all of this, Kenny. And Kenny, you're only, at this point, 62. You're already in the membership of dating somebody who was wildly famous and wildly rich at one point. So why don't you go on and find one of these stupid kids? You know how they do that thing with the Googler Schmoogler? And they suddenly become rich?
Yeah. Right.
Like, it'll be opposite.
OnlyFans type.
Yeah. Kenny, I have no idea what you look like now, but you straighten up. And you date one of these young kids, at the same time, you look for a job. And your job will be, I don't know what you can do. He was with George for 13 years.
He used to be an art dealer, so.
Well, nobody's buying art and dealing like.
Exactly. So I don't know. Something to do with art. Make some clay, get some potteries. I don't know.
By the way, the last person that touches my hands is always me when the doors open. So when you see me do this, just know it's just me. You know, the thing with Cordova Oh, she mispronounced it again. Breaking news, headlines. Can you believe that was breaking news?
Can all the news in the world and then that's the headline? Unbelievable. Ridiculous.
How do you say it, Kanata?
How did you say it?
Doo-doo? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know, but all I saw was breaking news. And then on Friday, when I woke up on Saturday, the breaking news was Wendy was flirting with Joe. Did you see that?
Uh-huh, I saw that.
I was not flirting with Joe. I was being kind to Joe.
Yeah.
Do you understand? When the men's come on my show, if I like a particular man, I'm gonna bat my eyes and lick my lips. Mike Epps comes on tomorrow. Just had a baby, has a girlfriend. Doesn't mean I won't bat my eyes and lick my lips.
Right.
Like, I don't want any parts of it. It's just, you know,
Yeah.
fun. It's like the germs. If you stay in the house, you don't get the germs. I didn't know who cooked that food at those 4 different places. I held my breath and held my nose, prayed to Mother Cabrini. And I'm not sick though. Let's see.
I got my New York swag on today.
Okay.
My year.
Okay.
Year.
You know, when I went out on Saturday, I just missed you on the radio, so I ended up listening to the other DJ on the other station.
How dare you?
What's it? You're not jealous. What's his name? I told you his name.
Drewski.
Drewski.
That's my guy, though. That's my
Hi,
guy.
Drewski. Yeah, I listened to Drewski on my whole ride.
After I got off, let's be clear. But that's my guy, though.
We all have disappointments in our lives. Today, one of mine is a man who I very much like. I've told you before. Larry David got married last week. I'm happy, I guess. You know. They were dating for 3 years. I had no idea about this. This is his second wife. Her name is Ashley, and she's a producer. We couldn't find her age, but it looks to be somewhere between 47 and 55, I would guess. So no more children. They're very happy. I'm happy for them. Why didn't we know about this? They've been married for a month.
Yeah, well, we just found out. I don't know why. He's so low under the radar, though. So low key.
Larry, another thing that we have in common, other than that you like funny women, me, ha ha ha, is that we enjoy going out for dinner with friends and leaving before dessert. Because we don't want to, it's not about paying the bill. It's about, you know, you just don't want to ruin it. You know, when you're having a beautiful time, you kind of want to leave in the middle of the word, beaut. You know? He wants to keep a good impression, and he doesn't want to ruin it. That's what I say. Yeah. Me too, me too. Are you doing that Amazon Prime thing tomorrow, or the Amazon?
Yeah.
All that shopping? Oh, light claps.
Uh-huh. Lighter than I would think.
Well, the one thing that Amazon is saying that they're saying is not going to be good at Amazon are toys, because they say toys are the deepest discount in the middle of December. I didn't know that. Although, will they get to your house in time for the 25th? I don't know. You know, I have to tell you honestly, I do enjoy supporting our local businesses here in New York. And they aren't part of Amazon Prime, you know, you just kind of, you know, find your way to them and you buy your stuff and whatnot, although I do need some pods.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. You know, Target is doing their own, there are a lot of stores, big stores doing their own thing that will rival Amazon. But happy shopping to you all. I'll be in the house eating after the show. Mm-hmm. There's still a whole virus going on out on the sidewalk, though. I am sickened. You know, riding, I tell the driver, drive slow. You know, I like to look around. I don't see more masks. Shout out to the Lakers, congratulations. They won some sort of game against the Heat and something or another. LeBron won his 4th MVP award. But look, all I notice is a crime scene of sick. Now they say that they're all living in a bubble. Bubble schmubble. All that sweat. We've got more great show for you, everybody.